Got the right thing there. 2025. I think we're going to see a lot of change. Not necessarily good, but a lot of manipulation as we go forward. If you are, I've seen a couple of people make this point, or heard a couple of people make this point. People with large, a lot of influence on YouTube and all that. Bring back the newsletter, the email newsletter. Now, if you've got a video and if you do a channel and you use silly stuff like TikTok, whatever, I don't know. I shouldn't complain about TikTok. I don't do TikTok. But let's say you do a videos about whatever. I don't want to pick on gaming or whatever, but those kind of things that's a niche. A lot of people like that. That's the thing. But let's say you have a video where you're actually giving out information, whether it's how to, DIY, warnings, could be stuff about, hey, the Bible says this, so be ready. Or you might say, hey, the Bible's full of baloney. I believe it's garbage, and here's why. Or politics is this, or geopolitics is that, or yes, war, no, whatever the case is. Go back to newsletter. You still have you still put out videos, but if you had a couple thousand subscribers that faithfully watch your stuff, could you not pass out similar information just in an email? Maybe attach a couple of pics. You could, because that's how if people are old enough. I remember when the internet started. That's all it was: a screen with letters on it, maybe a couple of pictures, illustrations. We rebuilt carburetors off that stuff. Okay, so you can actually, oh, I'm gonna get the viewership, or I'm gonna get the. No, you're missing the point. Because if you're talking about things that they don't like, because you might upset Musk. They're just going to turn you off. You're going to have no platform. So to me, I see now why there's been guys in the past. Why is this guy promoting a newsletter? Who does newsletters anymore? One, you need to be reading too, because we lose the part of our brain. But if you have a message that needs to be sent out there, whether it's a regional thing or a club you have or whatever, get in the habit of, once a month, put out a little something, or maybe summarize your videos that you did, the topics to draw people back to your video. But if you had 1,000 people on an email list, that's still a pretty good market. Now, let's say you get kicked off and you go to your email list, say, hey guys, I got kicked off. I'm going to this platform for a while, or whatever the case is. But I don't think you can get canceled outright on an email situation, and you can have multiple accounts or whatever the case is. I'm not the kind of channel where I give out the kind of information that's, cutting edge the whole world needs necessarily. But if you're someone that you have a big channel, I think you'd want to have that available, to have an email. People talk about mailing out flyers again, mailing out, newsletters. Hey, God bless them. But to have that connection, if you have 10,000 subscribers and you get 20% of them on an email list, and don't badger them with it, but once a month you put out a little something. Hey, just let you know we're on this channel and that. Here's some summaries. Here's some things I didn't say in the video. You could actually have a video that's pretty neutral, and then in your email newsletter, cover the fine points that would have got you into trouble. Now, here's the other kicker. Oh, my subscribers aren't going to do that. Well, then they're not your subscribers. Why waste your time? I'm talking about serious things. If you're just trying to get your numbers up because you want to, you're going to make $1 million doing YouTube, that's great. But if you have real information, stuff that's important, at least to some people, or something you need to get out there, I would definitely have a backup. I would have an existing newsletter with a list of people that follow. They could support your videos and vice versa. But if you need to really get out some information, you've got that email that you could send out. And then I would keep it alive. Like I said, once a month, you put a little something out there. Hey, by the way, it could be your extra goodies or whatever the case is. But I heard this individual who's not going to be on videos for very long, because the individual is not going to be tolerated, because it's bringing in too much adverse commentary about what's going on right now in the world. And this individual has almost as many people subscribing to the email, the newsletter, as this individual has on the videos and such. And so it's going to give this person the ability to either move into something else where they're not canceled, or at least maintain this important distribution of information out to their people. Bring back the newsletter. Not because it's going to get you more clicks or make you famous on TikTok, because you might have important information that needs to get out. And if you don't, I don't have no reason to do that. Whatever, small guy, no big deal. But a big channel, someone's really doing something, you bring back the newsletter. Something else. What was the other thing? It escapes me. Love you. God bless.